Well, the goal here was to make sure that she was held accountable, that her treatment needs were met so that something like this doesn't happen again. Our goal was to hope that other juveniles learn from the mistakes she made and the choices she made so that this doesn't happen to other juveniles out there. Basically just to make sure that we can do whatever we can do to prevent other children from losing their lives unnecessarily. The party spent a great deal of time on this case. There was a lot of investigation done by law enforcement. There were evaluations done of the juvenile regarding her treatment needs, her chances of reoffending, which were very low. There were school records looked at. Social services was involved and looked at and did evaluations. So a lot of factors went into this decision to make sure that we were meeting all the necessary requirements. She was remorseful. She was accepting of responsibility since day one. She has a solid background. She has no criminal history. She does well in school. Other than this, there were no other concerns in her life as for her being a danger to our community. Well, obviously the biggest effect is we've lost 2 young lives in this accident. There was a boy who was injured, and his injury is going to stay with him forever. He has nerve damage. He's never going to be able to walk normally again. And then every single juvenile involved in that car has to live with basically the nightmare of what happened when they were in that vehicle. They have to live with being the one that survived, being the one to suffer that loss. All of the kids in that car lost 2 friends that day. And then the families obviously have to live with that, and basically the community as a whole has to somehow get through the loss of 2 young children. This does appear to be an isolated incident in her character. And like the judge said, there was no malice, there was no intent behind it. It was just a series of very poor decisions which led to her being negligent.